apologies for not doing a more thorough update sooner. It's just been kind of a busy couple of months since I got this car, and it's been at the body shop most of the time, but did get it back late last week. My buddy and I just started kind of throwing it back together. We took most of the body panels and trim off before taking it to the body shop, just to try to save a little bit in end body shop bills, but it's pretty much all back together now. It still needs some mechanical things. Right now it doesn't have any fan at all. The temperature gauge doesn't work. Both rear shocks are just completely gone. Just little stuff like that. Putting it back together also ruined the antenna, so there's a new one of those on order. Luckily, you can still buy them from BMW. Front end's mostly together. Lots of little clips when you get something resprayed and you have all new body panels in the front. Just like stuff that the screws go into to hold the front grills on, stuff like that was missing. So this car was originally Diamond Schwartz. The first video you can kind of see the condition it was in after sitting for 5 years with original paint. This car was completely gone over. It's a 2-stage PPG paint job, a Diamond Schwartz. I actually have never seen this paint in anywhere near this good of condition on any car, so it's kind of interesting to see this color. It's got a lot more gray to it than black. Headlights, they actually look kind of cool from a distance. They're real French Tellas, however they're not in the best of condition, so soon we will be installing some depot smileys, even though they're not as official as the Hellas. They are in better condition. So that's some new headlight grills, some fasteners. Has brand new fog lights in it. They were actually pretty reasonable still from BMW these days. So yep. Wheels and tires. I actually had the 15-inch original wheels on it with some brand new rubber. But I was missing center caps, and the wheels themselves, finish-wise, are not in terrific condition. So I had these 17x8 Alpina Type C, I think, softline replicas. They don't sit very well without spacers, but they do look pretty good when the car's outside. So we went ahead and threw them on there because they're in pretty good condition. Guess I'll open the hood here. Show you the inside. So, we really haven't done anything to the interior except clean it again because the body shop, they're pretty dirty inside and they didn't have any windows in this car. So this is pearl beige. The bolsters are kind of the worst part of the whole interior. Luckily, the front seats were shared with the convertible, so finding one of those seats with decent bolsters to part out is not too bad. Rear floor mats still in pretty good condition. The only thing I've done to the interior so far since getting it is really replacing the shift knob with the ZHP knob. The previous owner had 2 gauges in place of a front ashtray. Undid that, and then I put the factory radio back in, which was actually included with the car. There's still a few things yet in here. I'd like to get the seat kind of fixed as best I can. The steering wheel's not bolted on the steering column, so that's kind of interesting. Haven't been driving it yet, so it doesn't matter. The body shop did, well, it's hard to see, they did kind of mess up my sunroof headliner, so I'm going to unfortunately have to take all that apart, and that's an awful job on an e30. But just a light bulb on the cluster is still burnt out, I was noticing. Pretty good condition other than that, though. And you will notice that still got the wrong engine in it. It will always have a wrong engine in it, probably in my ownership, because S14s are so blasted expensive. This is a 1999 S52 B32. It's not a bad engine, it just doesn't belong in an E30 M3. So, I have this thing, which I just did a video showing you the rod bearings on, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. This is an S54 B32. This particular one's out of a 2001 6-speed convertible. The bearings actually looked okay, but just trying to make sure it's all good. I still have to rip the front of the vanos off this thing, check the one of the 2 oil pump drive tabs on the exhaust cam, which have a nasty tendency of breaking off and dropping into the oil pan. I didn't find them when I swapped over the oil pan to this 1995 5 Series unit, which is required for fitment in an E30 chassis. So I'm expecting that all to be okay. I have my new grade 12.9 hardware for that thing. You can buy the updated cam bolts from BMW, but they won't even take the 8 foot-pounds that they are spec'd to take. So please don't do that. It's terrifying. So that engine's pretty much ready to go. I have the DME back. I send that off to a good friend of mine who wishes to remain nameless just because he's kind of busy. But he basically takes out the immobilizer, he takes out CAN bus, steering angle sensor, the dynamic stability control. So basically you can run that engine with the stock computer with like 4 or 5 wires. Basically just fuel pump, trigger, ignition, all that kind of stuff. So my red car, I did that last year with an S54, and it's fantastic. So this car, I figure, may as well get the same treatment since those engines are, I think that one was just under $3,000, and an S14 is $6,000+. So hopefully I can get $2,400-$2,500 for the full dropout S52 on this, since it's already set up to drop into any E30. That should be pretty easy on a forum. So weird stuff previous owner did. He didn't bother tapping a hole in the cylinder head for the gauge temp sender. He used a little piece of aluminum pipe and an 1/8 inch NPT tap. Kind of janky, but I guess it does the trick. Again, it has fans on it as well in the front, but they're not hooked up anymore because his wiring was beyond terrible. So that had to go. Let's see here. The car actually still runs and drives pretty well. Literally since I've gotten it back, it's been gone for, I don't know, a couple of months. We've just been putting it back together. Basically got it to where you see it right now last night, so haven't been holding out on you guys too much. Still missing a door handle. These tend to break when you take them off. Just is what it is. All that stuff's on order, but it takes a while, and you can't premeditate something like that. Yeah, I'm thinking the S54 will probably go in the spring, unfortunately. I'm actually losing my shop space here that I've had for just about 10 years, and finding a heated area in the in Minnesota to do an engine swap is kind of at a premium in the winter. So for now, that's how it is. I am gonna button up the few little things, wire up at least a fan so I can take it for a drive before it snows, and then probably a temperature gauge. But you'll see more of this thing to come for sure, but it's still here, and I haven't forgotten about it. So, oh yeah, side marker. Can't get those anymore, but apparently, according to a source, BMW Classic or Heritage, whatever it is actually going to start making them again, at least like 500 or so, later in December. So hopefully by springtime, I'll have a brand new one in there. There was a used one that just closed on eBay for like $380, and I'm just not about to do that, even on this car, which definitely deserves it. But there you go. The 1988 Diamond Schwartz E30 M3, back from the dead. No more deer damage, and the paint is phenomenal. This thing looks like $1 million considering it's got 225,000 miles on it. So yeah, stay tuned for more later.